Are you not seeing the rewards from all your hard work? And what I mean by this is, are you working harder and harder on your daily business, rushing around, doing all that stuff, but not feeling like you're making any progress, or worse yet, struggling to stand still? You're approaching burnout, getting more and more tired, and yet everyone else around you seems to be making it look so easy. They're getting the promotions, they're getting the pay rises, they're involved in the juicy projects, and you're struggling just to stand still. You feel like you've never had the time to do that one thing that's going to allow you to shine, or that magic moment in front of your bosses and your peers. Hi, my name's James. I'm the managing consultant of Traverse Consult. We work with people all over the world to help them change their lives by installing high performance habits. And do you know what? I've also been you. I've been that overworked executive in an office, rushing between meetings, answering emails at all time of the day, getting more and more tired. And chances are, like me, you're starting to get a bit frustrated. You just want that moment, that time to be able to do that one magic moment. You are starting to feel perhaps a little bit resentful that you can't shine whilst everybody else seems to be, or maybe even jealous of their promotions. Maybe even your confidence is starting to be knocked because you're not as good as you thought you were. Or worse yet, you're starting to make mistakes because you have so many balls in the air, perhaps one drops. And you might even be starting to be feeling dread about getting up in the morning and going to work for a job that just seems to be too much and way harder than it used to be. Well, the good news is I'm going to share a secret, and you can start doing it today. No preparation required. And in fact, if you do it, I guarantee you're going to see some results. Now, how do I know this? Because I've done it myself, and I've done it with heaps of clients. And what we're going to do is create a mini project plan. Now, don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. In fact, all you need is about 5 to 10 minutes and some quiet thinking time. And if you do this, as I say, I guarantee you'll see some results. If you don't take action, if you choose to ignore me, nothing's going to change. And maybe stuff is even going to get worse. So let's give it a go. Now, science tells us that a plan or a visualization process dramatically increases the likelihood of us increasing our performance and making the change and carrying through. Now, the reason is, if you think of it like a jigsaw puzzle, when we start a jigsaw puzzle, we've got pieces all over the table, and the likelihood of us finishing that jigsaw puzzle quickly is quite low because the odds and the failure points are quite high. Once we've got the edge of our jigsaw puzzle in, the chance and the likelihood of us finishing that jigsaw puzzle go dramatically up. And the more pieces we add, the speed of performance increases dramatically. Now think about it. Towards the end of a jigsaw puzzle, the last few pieces go in really quickly. So the more time and the more detail you put into your mini project plan, the further you are through completing your jigsaw puzzle. So your outcome is going to be fast and effective. So here's what you need to do. Before you go to bed tonight, grab a pen and paper or your phone or iPad or whatever you want to do, and jot down what is the most important thing that you want to achieve this month. And then in order to achieve that, underneath it, write down what is the most important thing you need to achieve this week. And then underneath that, write down, in order to achieve my weekly goal, what is the most important thing I need to achieve tomorrow. Then, when you wake up in the morning, before you do Instagram and Facebook and emails and all those other things before your first meeting, do that one thing. We know that high performers win the morning, so be proactive, own your morning, and get that one thing done. Then, tomorrow night, sit down and do the same thing again. What's the one thing I need to do tomorrow to hit my weekly goal? If you implement this, I guarantee you'll see progress and you'll see results. If you commit to it and stick with it over a long period of time, you're going to start to impress yourself and others with how far you've come. I'd be really interested to know how you get on with your project plans, and jot a comment below to see if everybody else is doing the same stuff that you're doing. Thanks very much. Speak to you soon.